Has the world gone mad? Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are still at it on social media, and now they've pulled the children into it. Ray J's being sued for his RICO claims against the Kardashians. Kim and Kris have decided to file a defamation lawsuit against him, and they're seeking damages. And Diddy did not get his wish. He did not get acquitted. But they did say he could wear what he wants to his sentencing this Friday.
Here we go now.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So where do we even begin? Look, if you are coming here thinking that I'm going to break down or read the multiple tweets that Nicki Minaj wrote or Cardi B wrote, I am not. You can go find that on X. I'm just going to react to the multiple tweets the same way that I reacted maybe several months ago, maybe it was last year, because every few months, Nicki Minaj crashes out on social media. And I always say to myself, Nicki Minaj, you are an icon. We should not be seeing this behavior from you, but we do. And I continue to say, go to sleep. Go to sleep. And the other thing, and I heard Charlamagne the God talk about this on the Breakfast Club today, where he was saying, when you start responding to dark energy, now she's slamming him on social media and Lauren LaRosa on social media and TMZ she's calling out, saying that she's got papers on them too. No, Nicki, you're crashing out. You're crashing out. I don't care if you are Barb. Even Barb's, I'm seeing like, okay, Nicki, I love you, but I can't. I can't with this right now. Now it's gone too far. But one of the things that Charlamagne said was the fact that when you start responding to dark energy, you start looking like dark energy as well. So Cardi, I understand why you responded, but do not respond anymore, because now it's reached a whole new level where the children are involved. And before y'all get in the comments, well, how old are we? I want you to put this in when your kids are talking about an argument that they're having. And they say, well, she started it. What do you say to them? It's not about who started it. It's not about who started it. Who's going to end this? And this has been a beef that's been going on for years. You don't like each other. And even the excuses of why this was reignited about Nicki felt that Cardi was taking shots at her in her new album. And then when I looked at the shots that they were claiming that Cardi was taking, I was like, I mean, that's not very obvious. Like, that could be a bunch of different things. And Cardi even responded in that way. So whatever ignited this has now turned into a melee where Culture's name is being brought up. Nicki Minaj is literally talking to Culture in her tweets. Dear Culture Vulture. And now Cardi is talking about Papa Bear and if he might have something going on with him. And it was just Papa Bear's birthday. And she's like, why are you on social media? Why are you not taking your son to Chuck E. Cheese? Well, that opened a whole other can of worms, but maybe that's why she said it. That was some slight slick shade there. So they've been crashing out on social media, more so Nicki Minaj. Then Nicki has been crashing out in regards to Charlamagne the God, Lauren LaRosa, calling her boring, taking shots at TMZ. TMZ's tweeting her back, come on TMZ Live. Nicki, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Really. Because now this is beyond any involvement of Cardi. Now you are looking bad. You've continuously tarnished your legacy by responding or just crashing out. Not even responding, by crashing out on social media. There are so many ways that you can handle some of the things and issues that you have with this business, with the people in this business, and you choose social media. That's not solving your issue. But I get it. There will be people like, well, now we're starting the conversation. Go to sleep. And I don't know what kind of man you got, because I hope one day that I have a man that Ever, because you ain't gonna see me crash out like this. Even in my villain era, I'm not crashing out like this. I would hope family, friends, my partner would be like, get off the internet. Get off the internet right now. Because you are an icon and you're not conducting yourself like you are. You're conducting yourself like you are insecure about your position and what you've offered to this world of music and entertainment. That is all I have to say. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Let's move on from there. Speaking of go to sleep, now I understand, Ray J, why Brandy is not talking to you. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know if it's stuff, but Ray J, and I saw this, I completely ignored this, but now I can't ignore it because now the Kardashians are actually responding. Because Ray J has been crashing out on social media for months now, maybe over a year now. Look, some might say he's been crashing out for years, but okay. But more so recently. But I did see a live stream that he did. Krishan Rock was with him. That should tell you everything that you need to know. And he basically was saying that the feds are investigating the Kardashians for RICO. Bigger than Diddy. What? Excuse me?
This federal RICO, though, on KK and Chris. Ooh. The federal RICO I'm about to drop on Chris and Kim is about to be crazy. I'm talking about, I'm on the news every day like, yeah. Meaning like I'm going to say a lot of
Got a little bounce, you walk
If anybody know Kim and cool with Kim, they need to tell her now. The rain is coming. The feds is coming.
Hey, right.
The feds is coming. It's nothing I can do about it. It's worse than Diddy. It's worse than Diddy.
Mm-hmm. Y'all hear this, boy?
It's worse than Diddy. The feds are coming to investigate. Yeah, because it's like, I can't be the dirty guy no more.
Okay. Look, there was a period of time when he would talk about the Kardashians, and I'd be like, well, he would know. Remember, the reason why Kim Kardashian, some of y'all might have forgotten, the reason why people know who Kim Kardashian is, remember she used to work for Brandy, and Brandy's mom, Miss Sonia Norwood, sued them, the Kardashians, for stealing, using their credit cards when they weren't supposed to. I saw a recent interview where Brandy said that she might got a little, I love Kim. I've known Kim a long time. She's like, she might just got a little thief problem. I just saw that video today. So then when I saw this lawsuit, I said, oh my gosh, we've got to talk about this. So the Kardashians were not happy with what he's saying because what he's saying is pretty damn damaging. I don't think anyone took him serious though, but maybe this is their final straw with Ray J because this is not the first time that he's mentioned their name recently. So according to TMZ, Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner are fed up with Ray J, claiming that they're the subject of a federal criminal racketeering investigation, so they're suing him for defamation. Kim and Kris said that it's just the latest and decades-long campaign Ray J has waged against them. The lawsuit filed by Alex Spiro, sound familiar? That's Jay-Z's attorney. Jay-Z and Beyonce's attorney. Says, I'm assuming, because, that's the same name, so I don't want to assume. Says that Ray is, quote, unable to accept the end of his fleeting relationship with Miss Kardashian over 20 years ago. They say that he has repeatedly exploited their prominence for personal gain. I mean, some might say that's how you gained your prominence. You exploited your relationship with him in this video. But look, I get it. The lawsuit specifically mentions TMZ's Tubi doc, United States versus Sean Combs, where Ray said the RICO charges against the Kardashians would be appropriate. So that was probably like their trigger point, like, oh, and then he's regurgitating this again. He says in the doc, if you told me the Kardashians was being charged for racketeering, I might believe it. That comment in the documentary was, quote, designed to plant the seed, according to Kim and Kris. But they say that he ratcheted things up during a September 24th live stream with Krishan Rock, where they say that Ray falsely declared that the feds had launched an investigation into the Kardashians. Ray claimed that the feds is coming, there's nothing I can do about it, it's worse than Diddy. And he said it multiple times. Kim and Kris also say that this isn't Ray J's first time telling lies about other celebs. For example, Ray made claims months ago about having intimate relations with Sexy Red. Not them mentioning Sexy Red in their lawsuit for defamation. Okay. She ended up hopping in his DMs after his comments took off, and she shared a screenshot of their combo in which Ray says, in part, "You know I'm playing, I always trolling, and you know I love you. Sorry if you mad at me." Is it drugs, Ray J? Because like you've always been a troll, but it feels like it's at a different level, so much so that your sister is now not talking to you. What is it? He also told her that he'd make things right by making an on-camera apology, which he did not long after. Kim and Chris say that Ray's attacks have caused them, quote, substantial and ongoing harm to their personal and professional reputation. Understandable, you can't accuse someone of RICO. These are billionaires. They have multiple businesses. They are hobnobbing with other big businesses. So they can't have the stench of a RICO or a Diddy situation being out there with them. Kim just had a huge Nike Skims launch. It's like, so they're dealing with billion-dollar businesses. I understand. So their attorney, Spiro, tells TMZ Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian have never brought a defamation claim before. Ooh, I just realized that too. Nor have they been distracted by noise. This is true. There's been so many things said about Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner over the years. Sidebar. Somebody very close to Kim put out a hit on her. Y'all saw the trailer for the new Kardashians coming on Hulu? I don't watch that show, but I'm filling this Hot Topics live up so that you're fully versed on what's going on in these streets, even while I'm on vacation. And to the two of you that hit me up on X saying, why has Kempire disappeared on us? I've given you this entire year, including Diddy. I've given you this entire year where I have not taken an actual vacation. And technically, even when I'm on vacation, I'm still creating content. This is why I said my next vacation has to be somewhere where I have no internet access, which will force me not to create anything or see anything. Anyway, I've digressed. The lawsuit, back to what Spiro said. He says, Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian have never brought a defamation claim before, nor have they been distracted by noise. But this false and serious allegation left them no choice. The lawsuit asks for unspecified compensatory and punitive damages. I don't know if Ray even has it anymore. He sold his big tech company. I know he got a good payday from that. I know he has other things that he's doing. But now you're fighting with billionaires that have other billionaires behind them. Ray J. You did this on yourself. I can't even defend you, Ray J, with this. You did this to yourself. Okay. All right. So let's talk about Diddy. So Diddy, as you know, was trying to, because we've been covering this. If you missed it, I have talked about this in the last couple of weeks. First of all, the prosecution is seeking 11 years and like 3 months. 11 years that they're seeking. Remember, the judge can do up the max for the 2 charges that he's facing, the Mann Act charges that he's facing, that he was trying to have thrown out. He was trying to have an acquittal, something. He was trying to have it thrown out. The prosecution is seeking 11 years and 3 months. They might take time off for that because he's already served over a year now. Regardless, the judge can give him the max is like 20 years, but the prosecution is only seeking 11 years. Obviously, Diddy's team is seeking far less. Well, the judge denied the acquittal request. Our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk write this. They said, it looks like Diddy's last-minute attempt to dodge his convictions didn't work. A federal judge in New York officially denied Sean Diddy Combs' motion for acquittal or a new trial on his 2 prostitution transportation convictions. According to court docs, prosecutors argued there was overwhelming evidence against him, including testimony from Cassie Ventura. Cassie also wrote a letter to the judge recently talking about how she still has nightmares about her time with him. If you read her initial lawsuit against Diddy before he was even facing these RICO charges, that letter had that lawsuit had a trigger warning on it. And now I understand why, because I read it and I was just like, homegirl went through a lot. I don't care how you guys feel about Cassie. You could think that she was in it to win it, the money, the thing. Regardless of that, Even if she was, there are plenty of people that get into relationships for whatever reason, status, popularity, music, whatever it may be. Doesn't mean that they need to be abused. You saw the videotape. That was just one incident. If you read her lawsuit, there were multiple incidents. So they said, according to court documents, the prosecutors argued that there was overwhelming evidence against him, including testimony from Cassie Ventura, another ex identified as Jane, and multiple escorts. The jury also saw hundreds of text messages and emails. The judge agreed the government proved its case many times over. Diddy's legal team tried to get creative, arguing that he wasn't running a prostitution ring, but was basically, quote, an amateur choreographer. They got to do everything that they can. And look, no matter how we feel about Diddy, his legal team got him off of those major RICO charges where he was facing life in prison. So they said, but the court wasn't buying it, saying that the Mann Act, which makes it a crime to move people across state lines for prostitution, clearly applied. The defense said that any shocking evidence from trial unfairly prejudiced the jury, but the judge said that it wouldn't have changed the outcome either way. Now Diddy's sentencing is set for Friday in Manhattan, and he faces up to 20 years. I'm sure that courthouse is going to be another spectacle. As you know, we were covering this during the summer, and that courthouse was a spectacle. We covered it from the Kempire studio, and I'm all good with that. Make sure you check out the Diddy playlist if you just want to kind of revisit and you want a better understanding of what happened during the trial. Also, I collaborated twice with LA prosecutor Kirsten Brown, and she really breaks it down for us to understand in layman's terms what is playing out or what was playing out at the time. So be sure to check that out. All right. So that is what's going on with Diddy. The judge did allow him one thing because he didn't want to wear what he's wearing currently in prison. He wanted to be able to wear what he wanted to wear. The judge did approve that he could wear what he wants. Good for you, Diddy. I will be watching this case. I am on vacation, but I will be watching this case come Friday, and I will give you an update on Friday at some particular point. Okay, luckily I'm in Europe, so I'm a few hours ahead. So I should be able to get everything I want done during the day and have a good old time, and then be back here looking, seeing what the results will be. The other element in regards to the Diddy part of this, we already know his legal team has reached out to the administration for a presidential pardon, a full presidential pardon. I'm sure that will be his next result. I don't see the judge not giving Diddy at least 5+ years. I really don't. The prosecution is seeking 11. The judge has up to 20 to play with. The judge already is keeping him in jail because he feels like he's a danger to society. I don't think time served is going to be enough for this judge. Guys, we just gave you a big juicy video. I will be putting together some of the hot topics that we've covered this past week in a podcast, so make sure you subscribe to the Kempire podcast. I also, if you're a Club Kempire baddie, I dropped the Kempire After Dark live from Philly audio that's right now available. There's a free 3-day trial if you're a newbie, but that's available on Apple Podcasts, or you can go to their website if you don't have an Apple product. Sidebar, when I did the live tour this summer, our community aren't really Apple users, even though a larger part of my audience listens on Apple. But I saw all y'all phones. A lot of y'all had the Android, which I'm not judging. I just noticed. While you're there, don't forget to give me a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. Get all your tea today. You're welcome. Thank you all for watching. As always, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. And thank you so much for 550,000 subscribers. We appreciate you. And let's continue this conversation in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching and for listening.
Here we go now.